Hello, Karen.
Hi there.
Thanks for being with us today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about you, a little bit about where you work, Dale Carnegie, Chicago.
Great.
From there.
Yeah. Karen Kinsey-Sward. I lead the Dale Carnegie Chicago team. I've been doing that for about 3 years now. Prior to that, I worked for Dale Carnegie Corporate and worked with franchises throughout North America. Led a team of people that worked with franchises throughout North America.
How long have you been there?
I have been with Dale Carnegie in various roles for over 10 years.
And why Dale Carnegie?
Why Dale Carnegie? About 20 years ago, I met some of the leaders with Dale Carnegie Corporate, and they asked my company, at the time I owned a company, owned a boutique leadership and sales company, and they asked us to come in and do sales and leadership best practices. So I was able to travel throughout the country, meet all these different Dale Carnegie franchise owners, really understand Dale Carnegie in the business, and I fell in love with it. I really loved how they helped companies and how they helped people grow. I was drawn to it, so about 10 years ago, I was asked to be part of Dale Carnegie Corporate, and I jumped all over the opportunity.
So tell us a little bit about what Dale Carnegie does.
Dale Carnegie has been around for like over 110 years. And a lot of people know Dale Carnegie through the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And that's where it really got its start. So in essence, Dale Carnegie's all about those critical people skills. So whether it's communications, improving leadership, sales, presentations, it's really about helping leaders and their people and companies become more effective in those areas. We offer public programs where different companies come and learn from each other. And then we also do a lot of custom training where we go into organizations and understand their priorities and you know where they're headed, and then create specific training programs and solutions for them.
So what do you think is the biggest, or has been the biggest, obstacle as a woman starting a business or being the head of a business?
The biggest obstacle for me is me. It's many times what happens is that I have a really strong gut, and I don't listen to that gut. And so a lot of people along the way have just really encouraged me, listen to yourself, go with what you believe is the right thing to do. Don't always try to second guess yourself.
So have you had any mentors in the past that have helped you get along and understand this path?
Yes, I have amazing mentors. Most of them have been men, where I've had some men who have just seen something in me and have just said, hey, I see this in you. It's things I didn't even see in my own self. And they mentored me, worked with me, and just brought me along. And I owe a lot to them today for that. And I have a strong drive to give back to other people, because a lot of people took time with me early on. And so now I just want to make sure that I can give that back to others. I also have an unconventional, I guess if you want to call it, a mentor, a coach. And a lot of times what happens is people just show up in your life and they provide you so much value. When my son was 3 years old, there was another businesswoman who in the neighborhood, and we started talking with each other, and we decided we needed to go on walks. And the only time we could exercise was 5 o'clock in the morning. So we started walking together and talking about kids and talking about our businesses. 25 years later, we're still doing that. And she's become my mentor, my coach, my friend. I trust her. She gives me advice. I give her advice. We always joke and say that we saved a lot of money on therapy and coaches. And so I guess I would encourage you to find someone, even if it's an unlikely place, that you can trust, that can walk alongside of you, that you can just bounce ideas off of. And a lot of it, you have the answers within you. It's really just finding, talking it through. And it's amazing by talking through ideas or struggles or whatever it may be. If you can find someone that you can do that with, you're gonna move along a lot faster.
So what value does the SBAC provide?
The SBAC provides value on a couple different levels. First of all, there's the advocacy piece, which has just been invaluable to me as a small business. and will continue to be invaluable. We all need someone fighting for us, and so that's just amazing. There's also the networking piece as well, and that's one where I know that I probably take the most advantage of, is there's a place that I can network with other small business owners. And one of the things that I've learned along the way too is that if I belong to an organization, I need to be present, I need to be involved. And so that's one of the things where I serve on the membership committee, I'm an affinity partner, and want to make sure that I can also make a difference as well. As SBAC providing me value, I can provide them too, value too.
So Karen, tell me what the affinity program is for Dale Carnegie.
The affinity program between Dale Carnegie and SBAC has just been a great marriage, where Dale Carnegie provides 20% off of our public programs, and those programs are the areas of like sales, leadership, public presentations, communicating with diplomacy and tact. And so anyone who's an SBAC member can get 20% off. And then in return, we also provide a certain percentage that goes back to SBAC.
Let the people know how they can get a hold of you, how they can partake in these programs.
The best place to reach me to either participate in the programs or just ask me any question you'd like would be my LinkedIn, Karen Kinsey-Sward, S-W-A-R-D.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you, Karen.